Hi Pisces, and welcome to your Love Tarot Forecast. This is for February 1st through February 15th. I am going to start out by pulling a card for your energy, Pisces, and then a card for the energy of anybody you are dealing with in a romantic way. Now, I really try to read this very neutral, but I always find that I read the sign right here and then whoever they're dealing with over here. So I'm going to go at it that way. If you resonate more on this side, Pisces, that's fine. You can switch things around. Okay, so let's take a look. Pisces. Pisces is coming through as the snow leopard. Self-reliance. Very independent energy this next 2 weeks, Pisces. It says, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself within invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Pisces, this next 2 weeks, it is not about you sharing your heart, sharing your emotions, even like exposing yourself really at all. Even if you're involved with somebody, I really get the sense of you kind of need to be more of the observer. Really just listen to what somebody's saying to you. Pay attention to their actions. Pay attention to how you're feeling inside. Others of you with self-reliance, if you are kind of, hanging out in a relationship because you're nervous to be alone or that you can't handle everything without this partnership, here's Spirit saying, no, Pisces, you are 100% being capable of being self-reliant and not needing to depend on anybody for anything. And the moment you believe that, that's the truth for you, it can happen. Others of you, Pisces, you have been single for a while, whether there's been nobody on the radar or you just date, but it's like there's been nobody significant and serious in your life. Doesn't mean you didn't have feelings or whatever. It's just your energy feels very secluded, very within self. You could have been attached. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying who you are. There's been this segregation of yourself from certain romantic ties, even if you are involved in a relationship. And as we go through the reading, we'll get more info on that. Aww. And look at this, Pisces. Whoever else is involved, we have dragonfly magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. Pisces, this here is whoever you are involved with romantically or whoever you are thinking about in this reading, it's like they're going through a transformation. There's a huge shift taking place inside of them. There's something going on in the world, and that's probably why you are coming through as needing to be very self-reliant, very solitary, and just kind of hold back and hang back right now as this takes place for, whoever you're dating, whoever you are committed to, or whoever you are estranged from at this time. It's like, those of you who are single, your person, the one you belong with, like they're going through some sort of big time transformation and transition. So let's take a look at that, Pisces. So we have stuck. Yeah, so that's right there for those Pisces where you are kind of in a relationship out of obligation, out of need, out of fear of what it would be without this person, but some of you, it's like you are very well aware that you are in a relationship that does not serve you any longer. It doesn't have to be that it's a bad relationship. I mean, for some of you it could be, but it's just, you're ready, Pisces. Some of you in relationships, you're ready to be on your own, but you feel very stuck and obligated to this person for whatever reason. It could be because you're married, because you have kids, because you have a lot of financial things tied up with each other. It could be because of your history. You've been together for so long. You know, it could be so many different things. But those Pisces out there where you're feeling like I'm stuck and this is never going to get better, you know, you might just want to kind of hang in there for a little bit longer and see what happens as they're coming through as the dragonfly. Now, some of you who are single, you could be with somebody else by now, but some of you Pisces out there, you're very stuck on a particular person. Like, you can't seem to let them go, even though you have moved on. It's like they're still kind of a part of you. And I think, you know, the energy's not complete. And that can mean so many different things, all right? So when I say not complete, doesn't mean I'm saying, oh, we're going to get back together. I'm saying, and I'm not saying it doesn't mean that, I'm saying that the energy is not complete. And this side of the reading, they're going through a process, a transformation, and you don't know what they're going to look like on the other side, but it's pretty magical because it's the dragonfly. Oh my goodness. And look at separation. Yep. Some of you, again, it's like, I want out of this relationship, but I don't feel like I can. Others of you, this is where we are, you know, physically disconnected from somebody, and you've been alone and you feel really stuck on them. And this next 2 weeks, the separation, it's really highlighted. Woo, because look at this over here on this side. They have been in contemplation mode. They have been thinking about things, and guess what? They have been observing things as well. And those of you where we're not talking at all, Pisces, don't think they're not looking at your social media and any outlet where they can get information about you, because they are. All right, they are. They've not forgotten about you. They think about you. It's just they're going through some sort of change and transformation right now, and for whatever reason, it's like they can't be with you. So if you feel really stuck and hung up on them and like, why can't I get past this, or when are we going to get back together, you're better served to just trust spirit on that and take these messages as, okay, they have some healing and growing to do before we can actually be. Because look at how out of balance the energy is here. A snow leopard up against a dragonfly. Okay, I'm not saying that either is insignificant or they aren't both very strong animal totems. What I'm saying is, for the sake of this reading, that other side over there is no way anywhere near up to par to be a match for you at this time. They have to go through this transformation. Some of you where it's like we're thinking about leaving a relationship, or that's kind of been a talk on the table. I don't feel like this next 2 weeks is the time to separate. I mean, you very much could, because we have separation sitting in the middle there. But I don't know. I feel like there's more to the relationship. Also, maybe you guys, and I feel like this would be more of a mutual thing where we're deciding to separate to gain perspective and understanding. Not separate, let's break up, it's over, but let's separate to gain a better handle, better perspective on, you know, what we truly want to do with our relationship. Can we salvage it, or have we truly reached the end? It's like there's no real final decision on that. But over here, we're definitely thinking, we're definitely contemplating, and those of you where we don't even talk to this person really, or see them, or anything like that, you are so on their mind. So Pisces, let's pull some tarot. Okay, so first card out is the Eight of Pentacles. Pisces, this is on your side. This is like working on yourself, self-reliance. You know, it's right now, regardless of the connection, all of it, whether we're coupled up, single, I don't care what it is. It's like these first 2 weeks of February, Pisces, It's all about you being very independent and strong within yourself, holding your ground and not backing down. Because look at that. The next card out is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's you holding your ground and refusing to back down. Like, nope, this is what I think, this is what I feel. And it's not all emotional based. It's very factual. It's very logical. Okay, some of you, this could involve an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Next out, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so this means that in order for the relationship to move back into smoother waters, or for communication to finally take place once again, it's a lot of spiritual healing and understanding must take place, and it looks like it's happening more over on this side. Others of you, this speaks to me about this deep, deep union that could be a marriage or very similar to that, where we're trying to separate, or there's a separation that we're thinking about, or that is going to happen. But this is not like a surprise shock. This would already be something that, you know, is in the works, because look at what we have out next is the Knight of Swords now. So Pisces, I feel you guys are showing as the Queen of Swords that, you know, heavier, stronger energy. And over here, the Knight is a, you know, a less than. Well, as far as energy goes, I'm not saying like it's a bad or, you know, not as important. I'm just saying the Queen is a bit more grown than a Knight, and the Knight is coming out over on this side. So this side has some growing and learning and healing and understanding to do. And some of you who are disconnected from this person, they're in a different relationship, and they're actually in contemplation of how to get out of that relationship, because they're coming into the understanding that that's not the relationship for them. It could be an air sign that they're involved with. It could be a Taurus with the Hierophant coming out, okay? Or, you know, this other person for you could be an air sign or a Taurus. But yeah, it's just like over here, we are in deep contemplation mode. We're trying to understand, and that has to happen before whatever this is about for you personally can shift and change. So on the Eight of Pentacles, look at that. The clarifier is the Three of Pentacles. So Pisces, this to me is where your partner needs to come to you and offer something to you, okay? Because you've been putting a lot of work, energy, and effort into the relationship, and that's why we're kind of in this frustrated energy. It's like you need to step up and give more. And so here they are, like they see you and they're like, okay, here Pisces, here is what I offer you. Or Pisces, this is where you've really been doing the work and building yourself through this separation, and now they're coming back to you and they're trying to offer you a piece of themselves. Like, Pisces, I want to be back in your life. I've thought about a lot of things, and you know, here's my heart, here's my story, here's my side, here's the understanding that I never gave you before. And I have to keep another card behind these. I mean, on the tapestry here, it works fine, but for the sake of the camera, you wouldn't be able to see it very well. Okay, so on top of this Queen of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, and Pisces, this is where, again, your logic, your mind, your wisdom is overriding your desires for this person, and like romance and all of that. Like, you are not willing to accept an apology, accept any sort of offer, unless you believe that it's sound, that it's true. It's like you are choosing to not let your emotions control you and manipulate you and dictate what you do, what you say. Nope, you are very, very wise. Even if this person has your heart and soul, you're like, nope, it has to be on point, it has to be fair, it has to be right, and it has to be honest, or I cannot participate. And it's not that, like, I don't know, whatever's caused the disconnection and separation for you guys is different. Now, also, those of you where this person is involved with somebody else currently, I feel this is you saying, listen, I'm all about you, but as long as you're involved with somebody else, I'm not going to get involved with you. I'm so sorry. That's just not who I am. And it doesn't mean you don't want to or you're not thinking about them, right? But it's just, if there's any sort of third-party situation, Pisces, you've got to use your head and not your heart, and let your head truly dictate. And I feel like they come to you and want to offer you something for sure, but you've got to have integrity about it. You've got to be very wise about it and not let your emotions get the better of you. Yeah, because look at this. We have the sun coming out on top of the Hierophant here. So to me, this is that spiritual understanding and clarity that has to take place. And it will, okay? There is going to be healing. There is going to be understanding over the next 2 weeks. And those of you who are estranged from somebody, man, so strongly, you know, and I'm not saying they all want to get back with you, but the ones that really kind of screwed things up, Pisces, and you guys haven't talked or whatever, they are sorry. Like, and they want to make it better, whether we're just friends, we talk it out, we finally have closure, or we have another chance together. It's like they come to the understanding. And those of you where this is like a very serious relationship or a marriage, and we've separated or we're thinking about separating, again, I don't know that it's that we do. It's like, here comes the sun with the spiritual understanding and some healing. So, you know, don't abandon your current relationship if it's been in the struggle. There's some energy shifting. And wow, look at this. Look at this, Pisces. I love it. This beautiful little knight grows into a king, because this is the King of Swords. So I just want you to see this. The divine feminine on this side, the divine masculine on this side, and here is where, again, Pisces, I'm not letting my emotions control, all right? You're not letting the emotions control you. However, and you kind of have your back turned here. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is this? Oh, I love this freaking deck. Pisces, especially for those of you who are not talking or in very small communication with whoever you're disconnected from. Look at this. You both are trying to turn your backs to each other. However, the sweetness inside of you, your inner child, your inner self, is reaching out over here. And look at, this is feminine energy, masculine, masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine. Your inner children are in love. They communicate. They still feel each other. Your souls are still very much connected. It's your personalities that have turned your backs on each other, okay? But there's still the connection within. So if you're disconnected, Pisces, give it some time. There's a lot of spiritual understanding that needs to take place. And, you know, the Queen came out first, so I know she's the predominant here between the two of these. The Knight came out first over here, so this was the predominant. This Knight turns into a King after this spiritual enlightenment and understanding takes place. So Pisces, the connection is still there, okay? Even though you guys are trying to turn your backs on each other, or we're trying to get out of a relationship and walk away from each other, our inner selves are running back to each other. Do you see that? Like, there's no escape here. I just... there's no escape. Like, what's meant to be is meant to be. And your hearts, your souls are still very connected and pulling towards each other regardless of what the two of you are trying to do. All right, and look at this. This is such a couple. Both swords coming out, and the Knight of Swords growing into the King of Swords here. So it's like, don't throw in the towel. If we're disconnected and separated, you know, when it's time to talk, and it could definitely happen over this 2 weeks, then that's when it's time, okay? If we're in a committed relationship and we're really thinking about ending it or, you know, separating, it's like, I don't feel like it's time for that, all right? There's just still much more. I mean, the inner children are just running towards each other. It's so beautiful. So, oh, no, that deck. Sorry, grabbed the wrong deck, Pisces. Let's see what the shadow aspects are about this. Like, why are we trying to separate? Or why did we separate? Or, you know what, Pisces? Also because the Knight turns into the King, this is, again, where I see you kind of turning your back or your energy on somebody who's already in a relationship. It's not that you don't really want that person, but you're like, look, you are not available to me. And I'm not going to take half of you, which is the little Knight there. I'm not going to take half of you. I get all of you, the King, or I don't want any part of it. And so, you know, they are having to come to the decision about what to do in their current relationship. And it can't really involve you specifically, but I just want you to know, like, your guys' inner children are pulling to each other. There's a reason why the attraction is so strong. There's a reason why you guys met. However, they need to handle things with integrity and end their current relationship the right way in order to have a prosperous partnership with you. So let's see what these shadow aspects and elements are. All right, so elusive. Pisces, they really don't know what you're truly thinking and feeling, kind of like you've really held back, and that would pair in perfectly with the self-reliance. Like, they may be getting the sense like you don't need them for anything, and maybe in the past they kind of thought like they were the big cojones in the relationship, and now they're like, I guess it was Pisces, and I didn't realize Pisces was so strong, and I didn't realize Pisces could be okay without me. I didn't realize Pisces wasn't going to put up with my crap all my life, okay? And over here on Pisces, we have, I know I screwed things up, and I honestly have no idea how to fix it. So Pisces, listen, based on the way all of this reading has come out, this is what I feel they're projecting towards you, or they would like you to know, all right? Like, I'm really, really sorry. Or, Pisces, if this is flipped and it's like your partner's trying to pull away from you, it could be because of, you know, something you did or said. And this to me would be like you are fully aware of that, but they're not giving you the opportunity or the chance to heal things, to make things right. Over here, look at, yeah, disconnected. That's on the Hierophant and the Sun, which is about the connection, the marriage, whether this is you and this person or those Pisces out there where this is somebody who's involved with somebody else trying to give you attention or come into your world. It's like they've got to end that before you guys can even really start. Those of you where we're still involved with this person and we're thinking about separating, again, I don't feel like this 2 weeks of February is the time to do that. It's not with the Sun and the Hierophant out here. It is not time for that, okay? Oh, what was that last message that I was getting about this? Yeah, and those of you, like, that are still together and, you know, it's not like we're trying to break up, but if there's some things that have happened that's kind of put some distance and rift between you, the energy's being offered over this next 2 weeks to heal that, okay? And over here we have scorn. So again, pretty much what I feel with this, Pisces, either they really did or said something that they're afraid you'll never forgive or be able to move past, or you did or said some things and like they're really protective of themselves around you because, you know, they're nervous of what's going to come their way, like what's happened in the past with you. Or it could be a combination of both, where you both have just been through a lot with each other and we're both very weary of each other, yet our inner selves just call to each other. Like we're still so much in love even though we're disconnected. Whether that's physically or emotionally. Spiritually, no way are you guys disconnected. It's either emotionally or physically or both, but nope, neither one of you desire that deep down. It's like, I want to heal. I want to move past whatever has happened, whatever's gone wrong. And yeah, they're having a transformation over here, Pisces, going from a knight to a king. So there's a lot of maturity coming through on this side of the reading, which I think is what you needed, because you come out straight up as that mature energy through the snow leopard. So let's pull a few more cards here. All right, so we have a health condition, may warn of sorrow or portend a glorious victory, depending on the context and transmuting power of surrounding cards. A 7 of diamonds touching it indicates an uplifting outcome. Okay, well, we don't have a 7 of diamonds according to the tarot, but more could come out in this deck. So Pisces, yeah, this is where, to me, I mean, look at how similar this energy is. Well, the imagery. Okay, so to me, it's like the health of the relationship. There's healing coming to it. If somebody has been quite ill in the relationship, physically, you know, going through some things, there's healing coming to it. Okay. And, you know, this says the other cards around matter. Well, the other cards are talking about, you know, something positive over here. Oh my gosh, look at what sits in the middle. And this is about the outcome, passion, transformation. Who's transforming? Over here, legit on that card, Pisces. And I just have to say, if you did not watch my February sneak peek love energies, you might want to, because the message that came through in there, I feel, is very strong in your reading as well. And it's just like there's a transformation taking place in this person, and you might not be quite aware of it. So passion, transformation, love affair. I mean, hello, we're talking about how, you know, some of you, the person that you're interested in is with somebody else, or they may date more than one person and not be willing to settle down, and you kind of cut things off and like, nope, I'm not playing that game no more. Anyways, love affair, sexuality, obsession, intrigue, creative expression. When right side up, if reversed, a sudden change or ending, possibly death, but not always body death. That's a little creepy, but transformation, Pisces, yes. This person is really changing within about what they think, what they feel, and it's right here on the healing card, okay? And on top of the card that's representing you, you are seeing this transformation take place in this person. Yeah, look at that. And over here on their side, journey change. Out of chaos comes order, productive progress through business or travel, possible adventure by water. Wow, Pisces. Aquarius had a big time messages about adventure in water and all of that stuff. So you have strong air energy if you have a connection to Aquarius. Woo, very strong. But again, this really iterates to me the transformation taking place in this person in the reading. Okay, so let's pull some advice. All right, Pisces, on your side, surrender the idea that you can fix somebody. Oh, yeah, that's spirit saying you've got to let the transformation take place all on its own. It is time for a relationship to shift. Oh my gosh. It doesn't work to try to fix somebody. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Pisces, that's pretty straightforward and clear, especially after everything that we've talked about in this reading. And the coloring of these two cards really matches up. So this is Spirit saying, yes, a transformation is going to take place in this person, but you can't push it, force it, none of it. You can disconnect if, you know, you just can't tolerate certain things going on. Be strong in that, because this person has to go from a knight to a king. They have to shift in their thinking, their consciousness, and transform in order to be in alignment with you. So whether we're together or we're apart, that is the case. And over here on this side, surrender resentment. Holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So Pisces, this person, maybe just because of what you've said or how you handle things, like, and they have scorned over here too. There's a little bit of anger and hostility inside of them when it comes to you. And it doesn't have to be because you did anything wrong. If you were very assertive of yourself and you're like, I'm not putting up with this anymore, they could be misconstruing why it's happened or why you said what you said. But again, it's their consciousness is the consciousness that needs to grow and expand and transform here. And they need to move beyond blame towards you or anybody else about why this relationship is struggling or didn't work out. You know, they need to really grow into themselves. Their consciousness totally needs to expand about this. So let's pull one final card, Pisces. All right. Oh my gosh, be the king or queen of the world you want. Pisces, you have the king and queen of swords coming out. Yeah, to me, it's like whatever's going to happen here, you've so got to trust spirit. You've just got to let it be what it be. Because, you know, you saw the cards, okay? You see the sun here. King and queen, you've just got to let it be what it is right now, and it's all going to work out in the highest good of you and them in the proper divine timing. So just really trust, Pisces. All right, so those are your messages, Pisces. I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care.